Hi, this is Chef Ciaobello and today I'm gonna do a carbonara. I know you see this recipe everywhere, but people ask me, you from Rome? You can tell, I'm from Rome, right? Roma. And I wanna show you the perfect carbonara. Now, I ordered this one from a farmer in Italy. This is called guanciale, which is the cheek of the pig. So all the flavor is there, do you understand? They eat everything, these guys. So let's open this. Smell like it pre-eats everything. Anyway, this is the best part. You got the skin in here, for example. You're gonna cut a nice chunk in here. Wow, this is hard to cut, guys. I'm telling you, it's been stagionated forever. All right, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I know I should have cut this one before, but I need to show you something. The real cheek. This is the proper cheek. This one is. Look at that, guys. So you take off the skin, the back. Right, you don't need this. So you can discharge this. Around it. You don't need this, right? We set the other one here. I like to do like in chunks, so the nice slices first. Look at that, the color, the smell it come up. It's been like forever in here. So you can do 1 centimeter, 3 centimeter. I like as thick as this. So that's what you got. Right, and now we're gonna do nice cubes. So 1, 2, 3. This is alright for 2, even 3 people. Right? So you go. Nice piece like that. I know this is reality TV. Alright? So you see the time. This is not your average bacon. But if you cannot find this, alright, bear with me a second. If you cannot find this, you can find things like that. This is pancetta. Can you see it? It's very similar. Pancetta you can find in Tesco, you can find in grocery stores. It's already in cubes, it's already chopped. So it saves you some work. But this one is the real deal. Alright? You see what I'm talking about? Pretty much is here everything. You got the fat, the lard, you got the meat in it. Do you understand? They asked me the original recipe, so I'm going through this. If you got comments, if you need a recipe, you want to know it. If I don't know how to do it, I'll make sure I'll find out how to do it properly. Check my egg fried rice. People always commenting saying I put too much soya. No, the soya bottle I had, the soya wasn't coming up, so it looked like I put a lot. Because the camera was far, so I could never put it like I wanted it. So you got nice chunks here. The first job is done. Now I put the pan on it, which is very slow. Like you can see, it's in 2. Right, I'm gonna put maybe 2.5. Hasn't to be hot. This one you have to cook it, but not burn it. Otherwise the flavor is terrible. Alright? So we got nice chunks here. And this one is done. Nice chunks of guanciale. So you take the guanciale, listen to this. Right? You let it cook nice and slowly. You don't need a skin. And this one can go. Wash your hands always. Because it's like raw meat. Alright, always keep it nice and clean. At the same time, I'm boiling water in here. You see the water is boiling. So I'm putting a punch. Remember, not a pinch. When you put a little bit of a pinch, you put a punch of salt. This is a punch. So you put a punch of salt, let it boil it. The bacon is cooking. No, it's not really. but it has to be like this. That's how we want it, and that's how it's supposed to be. Because you don't have to put anything else. Onion, oil, it's all a myth. You don't put nothing else. So let it cook nice and slowly, because this is your sauce. And you can make anything else with this. See, if you put tomato sauce, you cook it for an hour and a quarter or an hour and a half. You make a matriciana, which is another good recipe. Instead of to put eggs, about the eggs, now we're gonna put say 3 large eggs, it's 2 of us. So we got 1, 2, and 3 eggs. Now because the bacon, the pancetta, in this case the guanciale, there is already salt, you don't put salt. So we put salt, we put pepper at the back, pepper as much as you want, salt just a little bit, just to make it come up the flavor. You shouldn't, but trust me, do that. And of course, on the eggs, and a little bit salt, don't forget. You got salt in here, you got salt in there, you got salt in the pasta, so it gets perfect. Plus, here I grate some pecorino. And there is salt, it's very salty. So, you break the eggs. And this is one of the tricks, the eggs. The eggs, that's where you make the cream, and that's where you play the most. So don't forget, everything is there, salt, pepper. And me, personally, it's not a recipe, it's not the original, but because it's me, I love paprika. I give it color, give a little bit of chili thing, and I steal it from the family of pepper. You don't need to put it, not especially for the original recipe, but it's got a color, red and orange. Here we go. Then you start to add the pecorino. So you're making a creamy thing. We'll leave some for the topping. And that's your sauce, there and there. Look at that, guys. Look at this. Now we're waiting the pasta, which we got, today we got linguine. If you don't got linguine, use large spaghetti or thick spaghetti. Spaghetti is better, but thick ones. That's how you open it. So the pasta is boiling. Say like this. Now a good portion. Not enough. See, look, the oil is coming out. Look at that, guys. Very delicate. Don't forget, the pig eats all his life to have this flavor, so there is no rush. Stay with it, nice and slowly. You don't need oil, you don't need anything else. Alright, the pasta is cooking. So what we got? And they say now it's all about waiting in, because we got the sauce. We got the parmesan as a final touch, and this one is cooking. So now we just have to wait for the pasta. And once the guanciale is nice, has to be like not crunchy, but something like that. You understand? Because it still will be tender inside. You know. So this one is long. It will take a good 7-8 minutes on its own. But you see. Guanciale. Now the trick with the pasta, like I told you always, right? Follow it for the first minute. Stay with the pasta. So you wanna touch with one another, because after is a disaster. And once you do the first minute, you leave on his own. So listen to this. This is good. That's what we want. Nice and slow. You see, it's already starting to change color a little bit. And now we create even more oil. You see? Still a free. We put a little bit stronger, just a little bit. You don't need, but you know what I mean? I want to show you the results straight away. Like usual, I'm dropping stuff. Using a fork. Look at that, it's already creamy. These the eggs, parmesan. Now I'm waiting the pasta to create a starch. And once the pasta create a starch, I'm gonna put on top of the sauce. The pancetta, the guanciale in this case, is cooking nice, slowly, perfectly. This is a simple recipe, very simple indeed. And people go crazy with it. By the way, carbonara is from the carbonari. People that used to work in the mineries. So what they used to have, two burners, one to boil the pasta and one to cook the bacon. In this case, guanciale. Look how beautiful this guys. The smell, look my guest, tell me if you like the smell. She loves the smell. Because it's an hard work in the mineries, you know, it's a real man job, actually. Anyway, so you need something consistent. And that's what we used to do. So once the pasta is ready, they drain the water, they put it on the guanciale, they mix it together with the eggs when the fire is off, they finish with some pecorino cheese. And they used to fill you up for all day. Imagine you got this one, full of protein, full of goodness. Look how beautiful it is. See, I'm gonna put the fire down a little bit more because we want a slow cooking. You see it's cooking his own oil. Look at that, guys. Simple as that. The pasta is cooking. Look at that, guys. We don't need to touch anymore. Now just let it cook. Done. Perfect. I saw some people taking some of the oil, using the oil, putting the eggs. I don't know if it's a good idea because we don't want nothing scrambled in here. Okay, so I put some of the sauce from here. Now we're gonna work it straight away before it becomes crumbled. So you start to get the flavor from the guanciale or pancetta, whatever you got. This is well done, guys. And this is your top up cream. That's why it becomes so creamy. You don't need cream so people put in mushroom cream. You can, because this is an old recipe. Like I said to you before, they were working on minery. So the possibility they were in a fully equipped kitchen. So you can change the recipe. But if you want to keep the real deal, this is the real carbonara. That's what they're asking. You can put double cream, you can put a mushroom. Food is versatile as long it combines. Look at that. This is cooking. This is cooking, and I want to leave it alone. What I'm doing now is like, let me preserve this so we can use it some other days. Maybe we can do some other recipe. Next time I'll show you how to make matriciana. This is east coast of Italy. I mean west coast, Rome. Right? Matriciana is from the east coast. Right? So you do the same, but at this point you put tomato. And you let it cook for about an hour and a half. Simmer. You put a little bit of herbs. Some people put onion at the base. Personally, the real amatriciana they don't. But there are meats. Look at that. Nice, crispy. Look how crispy it is. But soft at the same time. Look at this. Crispy but soft. So then guys, look. I just took off the oil. It creates more oil. And the oil we need for the pasta, the first amalgamation. So we save this for a rainy day. We're waiting for the pasta. The guanciale is going fantastic. We're not burning it yet, you see. We stay with it. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. And the best combination with this, believe me or not, is a nice beer. Now, like I was saying to you before, okay, you can change the recipes. You can do what you want. Personally, I would have put some beer in it. Because beer pork is a marriage combination. But we leave the original. Our guests, they wanna eat the original carbonara, and we leave the original as it is. Now, what I'm doing, I need to do something here. I got a container. I'm gonna take some of this. Here we go. With the other one, so we make it more crispier. Alright? This one, what we do, we leave it for the topping. So we dry up a little bit. This is for our topping. So it's cooked, but not as crispy. This is gonna be nice and crispy. Look how much oil there is in here, guys. This is gonna amalgamate with the pasta very well. Our eggs are perfect. What I need to do now, you see the pasta here, guys, it creates starch. Look at this. You see all this white stuff? This is called starch. We're gonna use it for our sauce. A little bit, nothing major. We're gonna compact the starch from the pasta, we're gonna compact our sauce. Which we're gonna put some in it. We're gonna save a little bit. So we're gonna put some in the eggs and some in the pasta itself. Which with the oil, I know, oil and water doesn't mix well together, but in some cases you can break your rules. You see it become nice and crispy. Look at that, guys. This is ready. So I start to toast slowly, lower. This is as low I can get. Wait for the pasta. The sauce is more than ready. All this wash. Look at that, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Pasta, always going fantastic. I want to try this pasta to see if we can drain it, so we can start work on it. Because once you drain it, doesn't mean the dish is ready. You have to do a couple of things more. Okay, this is al dente. Look, English people, they teach me this. If you stitch, it's ready. It didn't stitch. But for in this case, guys, you can drain it out. I'll tell you why. The fire is off, right? You take the pasta away. You're gonna save a little bit. A little. Just enough boiling water. Turn a little bit off. It's a little bit, it's nothing major, alright? You drain the pasta on the sauce. That's how you make your carbonara. Look at that. All the sauce is there. The oil is there. See what I mean? Look at that. Now, the sauce, I told you the water, we need is a little bit. This is just perfect. So we're gonna combine with the oil. This is alone, it's already edible. Just like that. Guys, touch of extra virgin olive oil and the things is done. But we know it. We take it off the stove, everything is off. Alright? Here where we pour our cream. Look, guys. So remember, the fire is off and you work. So make sure it stays creamy. That's it. We take off the stove. And we work on it. Guys, look at that. Nice and creamy. This is your carbonara. Look at this, guys. Alright? Look how creamy it is. You see this heat? This heat it can scramble the egg, so stay with the pasta, which is thicker on cooking. That's why I took away a little bit earlier. If it was stitching, I would take it off now, but I still can play with it. But look the cream on it, guys. That's what it wants. That's why people use cream, because they cannot make this. You see how simple is this? So it's time to make the dishes. So we go. One. Take a nice dish. Look at that. This is art, guys. Okay? Look at this. See how creamy this is. The cheese is melting. This is just beautiful. This is our guest. Let's put some bacon. So some bacon with the sauce. Alright, let's do a nice fork. Let's see this. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Nice, presentable. Okay. And there is some left over. A little bit here. Nothing too much. A little bit for my guest. Alright. Now we're using the dry one. Take fresh parmesan. I mean, pecorino. Here we go, guys. Please subscribe. This is the original carbonara. Hope you like it. Hope you can do the same. As always, use ciao bello. Ciao bello.